What's going on, you guys? It's Rahul here, back again with another video, and here we are with my 2020 to 21 NBA season predictions. Yup, it's that time of year. So today I just wanted to give my predictions and thoughts on what the standings will be, the All-NBA teams, the award winners, and all that stuff. So with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to drop a like, as it really does help out the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and you guys are a fan of the NFL or the NBA. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and it would be greatly appreciated if we could reach that goal. I will react to my first two videos when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to see that, please make sure to subscribe, as there are videos like this already on the channel, and there will be more in the future. But with all that being said, let's just get this video started. However, real quick disclaimer, it is absolutely okay if you guys disagree. We all have our own predictions. But go ahead, give your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you guys disagree, please explain why if you guys want to. But with all that being said, let's get this video started. And I'm gonna start out by giving my Eastern Conference predictions. And my Eastern Conference standings predictions are: at number 1, I got the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 2, the Brooklyn Nets. Number 3, the Boston Celtics. Number 4, the Miami Heat. Number 5, the Philadelphia 76ers. Number 6, the Toronto Raptors. Number 7, the Indiana Pacers. Number 8, the Atlanta Hawks. Number 9, the Washington Wizards. Number 10, the Chicago Bulls. Number 11, the Charlotte Hornets. Number 12, the Orlando Magic. Number 13, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 14, the New York Knicks. And number 15, the Detroit Pistons. Now, the Eastern Conference, it's not as strong as the Western Conference. Let's just be real here. But the thing is, I think that 7 and 8 seed could be very contested this year. I do think Indiana is probably going to make the playoffs, since I do think they're good enough to make the playoffs, but there's a small chance that maybe they do not make the playoffs. However, the 8 seed will be very contested. Currently, obviously, I do have Atlanta, as you guys can see, but I do think Washington, Chicago, Charlotte, and even Orlando could definitely make the 8 seed. I mean, those teams, they're just good enough to make the 8 seed, and the Eastern Conference just isn't as good as the West, so I expect the Eastern Conference 8 seed to be very contested this year. I could also see the 2 to 5 seed switching up quite a bit. If Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant decide not to, just try that much in the regular season, I could see Brooklyn being the 4th seed, and maybe a team like Boston, Miami, or Philadelphia take that 2 seed. Because Philadelphia, if Doc Rivers fixes things enough and the team is just pretty good, then I do think the 76ers could be as good as a 2 seed. The Celtics, they still got a good team. I do know Kemba Walker will be out for the first. I know he'll be out for the first portion of the season, so that's going to hurt them. But I do think they will be a pretty good team. The Miami Heat, they did lose Jay Crowder and all, but hey, they still got a really good team in Miami. But moving on from the East, next up, I'll talk about my Western Conference standings predictions. And to get my Western Conference standings predictions, I got the Los Angeles Lakers at number 1, 2, the Los Angeles Clippers, 3, the Denver Nuggets, 4, the Portland Trail Blazers, 5, the Dallas Mavericks, 6, the Utah Jazz, 7, the Phoenix Suns, number 8, the Houston Rockets, 9, the Golden State Warriors, 10, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and 11, the New Orleans Pelicans. 12, I got the Memphis Grizzlies. 13, I got the Sacramento Kings. 14, I got the San Antonio Spurs. And 15, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Western Conference, it's really stacked. I'm going to be real here. I could see the Clippers dropping down to maybe even the 4 seed if Denver, Portland, Dallas, or maybe even Utah have good enough regular seasons. I could also see Phoenix being a little bit higher maybe if they do have a good enough regular season and some team just isn't as good. So yeah, I could definitely see that. The 8 seed will also be very contested. If you ask me, I think all the way until maybe I think every team below Houston, besides Oklahoma City, could definitely make the 8 seed. Golden State, they're doing everything they can. Stephen Curry is still there, and I mean, you can never really count out the Warriors. The Timberwolves are also a very solid team now. I mean, they got D'Angelo Russell, they drafted Anthony Edwards, they also got Karl Anthony Towns. They got a very nice team in Minnesota. New Orleans, if Zion has a really good season, the Brandon Ingram's, if he continues to develop, that's also good. They also got Lonzo Ball and just a really solid core there. Memphis, they nearly made the playoffs last year, so good stuff from them. Sacramento, also, they got a really solid team too. Now, Luke Walton is really bad, so he could definitely hold them back, but I just think Sacramento doesn't have a horrible roster. Also, San Antonio, I mean, hey, I think they will contend for the playoffs at least, but San Antonio, I don't think they'll make it. But that's kind of my general thoughts on the Western Conference. But with all that being said, now I want to give my award predictions. And my award predictions, starting off with the MVP, I got LeBron James winning the MVP, and the reason why is because I think the Lakers will be the 1 seed, and I just think he will be the best player on that team. I think he will have a pretty good stat line of 25 to 26 points per game, then like 8 to maybe even 10 assists per game, then a good amount of rebounds, and then he shoots pretty well. So yeah, I got him as my MVP because of how good I think the Lakers could be this year. Defensive Player of the Year, I got Anthony Davis. I do think that there's quite a bit of guys that could win it. I don't think Giannis will repeat. Kawhi Leonard, he could maybe win it. Ben Simmons also has a case for winning it, but I do think Anthony Davis will win it. For my 6th man of the year, I got Danilo Gallinari. Now, when the Hawks signed Gallo, they did say that they intend to use him as a 6th man, and he can definitely play that role, and I think he will be really good in that role. The guy can somewhat create his own shot. He's a really good 3-point shooter, he's good at scoring, and he's just a really good offensive big in general. And I mean, he's just a pretty good player, but one man I do want to give a mention to is Spencer Dinwiddie. If you ask me, he's going to be I'm guessing he's the backup point guard, but he's probably going to be elite off the bench, man. I think he's a real dark horse to win that award. Most improved player, I got DeAndre Ayton. Now, I'm a Denver Nuggets fan, I'm going to make that clear, and I do think someone like Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. maybe could win that award, but I do think with Chris Paul, he will really help DeAndre Ayton, as they'll run pick and rolls and some pick and pops too, probably. And I do think Chris Paul is really good for a big man because of his playmaking, and I do think DeAndre Ayton's going to take a big step, especially if he takes one defensively, and defensively, he's been pretty solid, but this year, I think the guy can be a pretty good defensive player. For my Rookie of the Year, I got LaMelo Ball. Now, LaMelo Ball is a very boom or bust prospect, but I do think that he will win Rookie of the Year, probably because they're going to try to do anything they can to like develop LaMelo Ball. Now, I'm guessing he's starting, since why wouldn't they start him? I mean, this guy is a boom or bust potential. He has really high potential. He has pretty high potential, and I expect him to be Rookie of the Year mainly because of the opportunity he's going to get, plus the guy has a big name and all. But next up, my final award is Coach of the Year, and I have that going to Michael Malone. Now, I could see some other coach winning that, like maybe Steve Nash wins it. Also, I could see Doc Rivers winning it, but I got Mike Malone winning it, mainly because I do think that if the Nuggets can maybe even make the 2 seed, I do think he will make it, because Denver has a really solid team, and seeing what they did last year, if they can build on that success, that's going to be really good for them. But moving on, I'm going to start off with my playoff predictions. And I got Milwaukee sweeping Atlanta, Brooklyn in 5 against Indiana, Boston versus Toronto in 7, the Heat beating the 76ers in 7, and that's my first round. For the second round in the East, I got Milwaukee beating Miami in 7, the Nets beating the Celtics in 7 for my second round. Next up, I got the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Brooklyn Nets in 7 games to win the Eastern Conference. And for my Western Conference playoffs predictions, I got the Lakers beating the Rockets in 5, the Clippers beating the Suns in 5, the Nuggets beating the Jazz in 7, and the Portland Trailblazers beating the Dallas Mavericks in 7. For my second round, I got the Lakers beating the Trailblazers in 6, I got the Nuggets beating the Clippers in 7, and I got the Lakers beating the Nuggets in 6 to advance to the NBA Finals. And for my finals prediction, I got the Lakers beating the Bucks in 6 games, and my finals MVP is LeBron James. Then comes my All-NBA teams. And my All-NBA first team is Stephen Curry, James Harden, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Nikola Jokic. For my All-NBA second team, I got Luka Doncic, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, not Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. For my All-NBA third team, I got Kyrie Irving, Trae Young, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, and Joel Embiid. For my All-Defense first team, I got Marcus Smart, Drew Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, and Rudy Gobert. For my All-Defense second team, I got Patrick Beverley, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, and Joel Embiid. And for I'm going to do the stat awards now. That's going to be the final thing I will talk about. For points, I have Stephen Curry leading the league in points per game. For assists, I got Luka Doncic leading the league in assists per game. For rebounds, I got Andre Drummond leading the league in rebounds per game. For steals, I got Kawhi Leonard leading the league in steals. And for blocks, I got Anthony Davis leading the league in blocks. And with all that being said, that's all I'm going to say for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like the video, as it really helps out the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you guys are a fan of the NFL or the NBA. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and it would be greatly appreciated if we could reach that goal. I will react to my first 2 videos when we reach 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to see that, please make sure to subscribe. But with all that being said, you guys, I'm out.